Hello, welcome back to mistergeminian. I'm going to do a tarot reading to see what's in the energy. And, there's something for you here. I'm doing readings because I feel called. I feel like I have this gift I need to share. Just some advice that I don't know who I'm picking up on. This is a general reading, so you will not connect with everything in the reading. So I ask that you take what you connect with and then just discard the rest, okay? Please like, subscribe, and share to my channel, and comment below about what really resonated with you in the reading. But I really feel this is going to be advice that you need to hear, and we'll just see what this reading goes, because I have no idea what I'm going to pick up on. All right, we're going to clear the energy by hitting the sound bowl, and then we'll begin. I'm a little inconsistent with what I do in my style, but it's fine. I'll pick it up. I'm eccentric that way anyways. These cards have been shuffled and cleansed. And let's get going. Okay, we're going to do 4 piles and see what we get. You know what? Let's try 5. But I'm not going to do as many clarifiers this time. Okay, at the bottom of the deck, the devil. So, I think, I don't really know what this is in context to. This could be passion, this could be lust, this could be vices, this could be, it's not bad, it's just, it could be obsession. I don't know, someone is just, it's like not letting go possibly too. But remember, you can always get out of this energy. Let's see what this is. Let's start with the first one. 10 of Cups. 4 of Cups. 9 of Pentacles. I feel this is about a breakup. This is probably going to be a love reading. This is about a breakup. You can't let someone go. Or they can't let you go. I don't really know how this is going to go. I'm hoping it doesn't go into some stalker situation. But, yeah. Somebody here cannot let this go. So it started off as like the perfect relationship. See this? Perfect relationship. And then somebody took it for granted. Someone wasn't ready for a relationship. I'm not really sure, but they're not willing to move on. Instead of taking, so someone said this, and I thought it was really good. And I think I've heard this before, but it really just clicked. This cup here that the universe is giving you is the Ace of Cups. That's new love, but you don't want new love. You want this past love. But I'm really getting that 2 things from this. 1, you have everything you need to move on. But 2, the person that you left or that left you, I'm really getting they left you. I don't know why I feel like collective. I think this is where you messed up. Sorry, that's just what I'm getting. You technically have everything you need to move on, but so does this person, and that's the problem because they don't want to come back. Let's see what we got here. Let's use these. These already been shuffled and cleansed. Let's see, what is this 10 of Cups? So we'll do 2 cards. Yeah, you guys were having such a good time together. Look at this, 3 of Cups. Y'all were partying. Everything was great. 10 of Cups by 10 of Cups. I gotta do another one because you just can't. Like, that's just like you had. Emotionally, it was just everything you needed it to be. So this was your dream person. This person probably had money. Like, that's what I'm getting here. This person just had a job. They had their shit together. What collective? What did you do? Listen, I've messed up in relationships, but shit, this is like, I don't even know how. What happened here? Wasn't gonna do 3, but I feel like I need to because I think, yeah, God, I knew it. Okay, Collective, I hate to say this, but I think you are a spender. You spend a lot more money. This explains what this is. Yeah, look, conflict, 9 of Wands here. Well, it's not the conflict, but this is someone working hard. Unfortunately, collective, you can have a lot of money. Me and my ex used to make a lot of money, and but we were living paycheck to paycheck because we both overspent. We'll just leave it at that. And I really feel that finances was the issue because look, it's like every little thing that you thought and want, like, oh, we need this, we need that. Like, I'm not blaming you. Listen, it happens, okay? It happens. Men and women just buy shit all the time on Amazon, whatever else. Who knows? It could have been big ticket items. But look what happens. Notice how in this 8 of Coins, this is really about you making your money and being able to mature. But here's the problem. I feel like a person you were with was very frugal, much more responsible with money than you were. And that became a big fight. I don't know if y'all didn't, like, I don't know if that was obviously overspending, but I don't know if, like, you missed payments, there was too much credit card debt, or there was just too much money being spent, and it really stressed this person out. I don't know. But this is where the conflict came from. Because the person you were with is very responsible. That's why there's an Emperor, man or woman. And I'm sorry, but you were the spender. You liked new things. You're like, oh, we can afford it. Maybe you like helping family. I don't know. But you were the spender. What is the 9 of Pentacles? The Star. Yeah, this is sounding about right. So the Star is you being hopeful this person comes back. The Hermit is you, like, going into and praying or meditating, like, how do I get this person back? And then, yeah, financially it's been hard on you, right? You went from 2 incomes to 1. I mean, I don't think you just want them back for their money. I mean, that's going to help you, but it's been hard on you just being by yourself, and you realize you had a good thing, and you just, I don't know. I don't know if you were buying for family or what. Let me clarify this real fast. What is this Page of Coins? Okay, so you were an emotional spender. Whether you were sad or happy, like, I think you were probably more happy, but like you, like, say you bought all these it's hard to say damn, I love Christmas, but you bought tons of Christmas decorations, Halloween decorations, gifts for everyone, special occasions for everyone. And you defended this. Like, there were arguments on both sides, because this is how I see it. This is you, this is the other person. Because the Queen of Pentacles is someone who nurtures their money. They bring in their money. They protect their money. And you're like, I'm going to emotionally spend it on whatever I feel the need to do it. Like, oh, it's no big deal. We can get new dishes because we can afford it. Or, oh, doesn't this match for the season? It wasn't on sale, but it looks really good in our house. Or, look at this. I need this shirt because that was you, the emotional spender. And then there was the Queen of, oh, I don't have to do that, sorry. This was the Queen of Coins, right? Because, I didn't know that was there. This was the Queen of Coins because, look. We'll put it back here. This is the Queen of Coins because this person was frugal. This person was frugal. But you were not. Sorry. And now you're struggling. You missed them, but now you're financially struggling. Man, I hate that that's happening too. I've been there. I'm still kind of there, actually. Page of Wands. Okay, so this is actually your plan on how you want to get him back, or her back, or they back, whatever. Look at this. Look at this grasshopper putting on a show. Like, this reminds me of Looney Tunes. We're like, hello, my baby. Hello, my honey. Hello, my dancer. Right. This is your, like, this is what you're trying to do, because ultimately you realized the errors of your ways, supposedly. And you realize that this emperor is your Ten of Pentacles too. And you're now going from the Page of Wands to the Knight of Wands, because you're like, you're my Ten of Pentacles, right? Because look what we had here, Nine of Pentacles. So you have, even though you could be hurting a little bit financially, you still have a job, you have a car, you're making your payments. It might not be as easy as you used to, but you're getting it done. This is your Ten of Pentacles. You want him back. And so you're going towards him. You're like, look at me, right? I'm dancing. And then you're just kind of throwing mud at the wall to see what sticks. And now you're like, I know what works. I know what they want. So let's figure this out. Ten of Wands. Page of Wands. The Page of Wands. Man, you're really doing that song and dance. You're trying to get that attention. The Devil again. Here we go. This is where we're really getting to clarifying what's going on here. You're starting to become clingy. And you're not giving this person space. You're not giving this person space to make a decision. You're like really overwhelming them. You're scaring them off. For some of you out there that could be restraining orders or considering it or whatever, look at this Ten of Wands, right? This person feels burdened by the fact that, I don't know if it may not have been a long time since y'all broke up, but this person feels burdened by all the texts, the calls, or whatever's going on. Maybe you're meeting friends or whatever, social media. They feel burdened by you. And they do not like it at all. I'm just letting you know, they do not like it. And if anything, you're pushing this person away. Sorry. What is this Ten of Pentacles? I'm just going to do 2. I can't be doing 3. I don't want to do 3 all the time. You're working really hard to get them back. Ten of Wands, Nine of Wands. You're putting a lot of pressure on yourself to make this work. Hold on, let me see this real fast. It's kind of interesting to be there. You're that person, but you're actually a very successful person in your own right. You have the ability to get things done when you want them to get done. However, notice this here. Okay, you see the sinister shadow, right, in this wolf. So why is this important? This person doesn't know if they can trust you. They don't know if you can quit spending or whatever else, because you can't respect their space. And so they're like, why do I want to come in? And then you being naturally someone who goes after what they want, it overwhelms them. It goes back to that Ten of Wands here. You're doing too much. And this person, by you trying to go back hard, you're not this... The person you were with, I'm getting this message that, like, they can't tell if you've actually matured or not, because you hate the fact that you lost them, and that's a problem. That's a big problem, because they can't go towards you if they don't see any change, and you're saying you're changed, but they don't believe it. That's the problem. What is this Knight of Wands? What are you doing going when you go towards them? Oh. So, you're an intuitive person, and you're a very beautiful person. You may have lost weight, you may have changed your look, and so You strike me as somebody, you could be really good in bed. But your beauty, like, I'm just getting the word beauty, handsome, like, you're a gorgeous looking person. So it took a lot for this person to walk away, and you're very intuitive, but here's the problem. You don't listen to your intuition a lot. I can tell, because that's what got you in this position. You don't, it's funny, you don't, your intuition, it's weird. You're using your intuition now to try to get him back, or her back, but you didn't listen to your intuition when it came to money. It's like you only use your intuition when you need to get something, but you don't use it to, like, better the things that are most important in your life. And so I'm getting the sense that you really haven't done a lot of shadow work. So I hate to say this, but I don't know that you learned your lesson. And you're kind of in a karmic cycle right now. And I hate to say this, but if he or she gets back with you, you're going to drag them with you. You could bring them some misfortune until you learn what you need to learn. Sorry, that's the truth. And you're like, well, how do I learn it? Well, guess what? Learn to make budgets. Learn to realize you don't need to buy everything new. Buy some things used. Not every ad that comes to you need to buy. I've had to learn that lesson. Like, I'm going to really change my finances next year, and I have to live off of less money. And guess what? I will. Because if I don't have the money, I won't make it. Two of Cups. This was a soulmate. You two were soulmates. But remember, there's more than one soulmate. So you're not meant to, like, if you lose a soulmate, there could be more, but you want this soulmate. You two are soulmates. The World. Yeah, it ended. And then look, the conflict, because you don't want it to end. This is an interesting read. Let's do 2 cards for the soulmate. Ooh, what's hidden? Let's do 2 though. 2 of Cups on a 2 of Cups. Man, you guys are very strong soulmates. Hold on, let's see this real fast. What is this moon? First we'll do the moon. What is this moon? Okay, what is this 2 of Cups? I need to clarify that because that's a 2 of Cups. Oh my gosh. Okay, this is a... Okay, one more. Okay. Let me start with this. The Lover, the 2 of Cups, which is soulmates, right? Clarified by the 2 of Cups. Okay, y'all watching this? This is some crazy stuff. 2 of Cups by the 2 of Cups. Okay, but it really clarified to the Lovers. Why is that important? Because you two are so passionate about each other. You look at the passion of these 2 guys. Okay, you love each other. Look at this beast loving this woman. Like, you're like you two, and then the 8 of Swords. There's a fear in this because when this Emperor is with you, they don't make the best decisions. That's why you were able to spend and do all this stuff, because they loved you so much. And that's why they look at you like this. Because the sinisterness, the sinister part, because they can't be rational. They can't tell you no. So they'd rather stay away from you than ruin this. I don't care how much passion and love that you have. I know there's tons of passion. Look at this. The Knight of Wands. The physical image, the intimacy between you is amazing. I can really tell. The love for y'all is just out of this world. But here's the problem. There's so much love and passion here that you two can burn out quickly. And then what's the point? What's the point of burning out quickly and then you end up hating each other? Let's do the second, which is the World card. And this is why you want them back, because you know it, but I don't know that you learned your lesson. Okay, I hate to say this to you, but this card represents the ending, right, of the relationship. Let me show you here. Okay. This is your person, whoever this is, man or woman. They're now emotionally stable. They're out of this passion energy, right? They're out of this Knight of Wands. They're out of this Two of Cups energy. And they're seeing clearly. They're emotionally stable. They love themselves. They love you. But they also realize that they need financial stability. So they're moving very slow towards you, if at all. Because look, judgment's being cast. They're starting to make changes with themselves. So I hope you're making changes. And they were talking like small changes every single day to become a better person. And this person, if you don't grow during this time and you just keep trying to take them back, because remember, if you two get back together at this moment, you'll have a chance of burning out and never getting back together. If you learn to be this person's friend again and start over, and you're like, well, I can't be their friend after I've done all that stuff. I get it. But you also can't force them to come back when they feel betrayed by you, because that's exactly what this is. I don't know how much money you spent, but I really got the impression over here, where I see it. You see the Six of Coins? I don't know why I didn't go over that, but you see a Six of Coins? This is you who likes, y'all made so much money that you either lend people money, or every time you had friends over, y'all paid for them, or you put all this money up for, this reminds me of my ex. You paid for everything. You like showing people your money. I don't think you're really much about the Joneses, but you weren't cautious with your money, and you were overgiving. And because you were overgiving, you got that because of the King of Coins. I think your other partner made more money than you, but you still made good money, but you feel like you had all this money, so you were more giving. And the problem with that was you were always spending. The Three of Coins is about celebrating, doing things, right? Starting new projects, right? Like, oh, let's go on a trip. Let's do house remodeling. Let's get a new car, whatever. That wore them out. And so this person's like, nope, I want to keep my car. I don't care how old it is. I will slowly consider what I want to do with my ex. Because I realize, I am happier and I'm less stressed when I'm by myself and not in this relationship. I'm sorry, that's just the truth. And what's this conflict with this Five of Wands? Okay, whoever you are, I will say this. This is really interesting, right? So, the Five of Wands is conflict between you and the person. Does this person love you and want you back? Yes. So, if that makes you feel good, yes. But that does not mean that you should go back because you're ready. Because ultimately, what this person did, this is not the best representation of Five of Swords. But this person took their swords and walked away from you. Even though they loved you. Because if they didn't, they were going to burn out. Like, it's a repeating story. That's why there's conflict now. And this person, again, does not know if they can trust you. Sinister Shadow. What do we have here? Ugh, I think 5 was too many, but it's fine. This person is emotionally stable by themselves. That's kind of repeating here. And when it comes to emotions, right? Let's come back to this cup here, right? Where's that? Right here. There was a Queen of Cups right here, right? So they're emotionally stable by themselves, but they're in King of Sword energy. So you cannot approach them with bullshit because they will cut you out. This person is on guard against you because they are finally emotionally stable. I'm going to be honest. I feel like maybe y'all got into a lot of credit card debt. That's what I'm really getting. Or that like maybe y'all spent savings money and this is just not what. Maybe this person grew. I don't know. This person grew up poor. Maybe they grew. I just don't know. All I know is that you really pissed this person off with your spending. Because this person's coming off as a King of Pentacles. They're starting to recover. They're doing well with their money. They're managing it. They're living frugally. And they're protecting that with their King of Swords. And they feel better about it. What is this star? This person, wow, we went from you. Your person's coming up a lot in this energy. Your person's hopeful. And I get this is a little bit you being hopeful, but this person is creating opportunity for themselves. And I'm going to be honest. I know you're not going to want to hear this, but this person could be making a decision to get away from you. Either to move or to move on past you. Maybe they're going to go back to school or something, but they are creating opportunity for themselves. Listen, this is not this person's fault. Like, you were a big spender. That's the death card. What is this? King of Sword energy, Queen of Swords. Collective, I'm sorry, I'm just not getting your energy. This may not be the reading you want, but this ended. This is you now, okay? This was the person moving on. This is you. You don't know what to do now. You don't know if you should keep pursuing them or move on and hoping y'all come back together, but you're trying to take the emotion out of it, and you're trying to be a Queen of Swords, and you're really trying to be objective about this. But it's hard because you still love this person, but you understand that it ended. This person walked away. I don't sense this person seeing anybody yet. Like, I'm not really getting that. There's still a lot of love. Like this Two of Cups here. There's still a lot of love for you, but I'm sorry, Collective. You really wore this person out. You just have to accept that. And sometimes you can't undo things. Okay, this is you now, Collective. You are learning to be the Queen of Pentacles. You want to match this King of Pentacles. You're learning to be frugal. It's difficult for you to not spend, not to get Starbucks anymore, not to get breakfast or eat out every day, whatever. Right? That could be eating out too. Over here, when you were buying stuff for people, it could be you be eating out or whatever. But you're learning how to be frugal. And you're trying to find balance with that because you're not used to it. You're not used to having to cut back. So good for you, Collective. What's the Eight of Pentacles? So this is greed. This is just recklessness. The Eight of Pentacles is you about building up your money. What is this Five of Wands? Let's take the top card. I think you're trying to impress your ex by how you're growing your money, and it's not growing fast enough. So you're kind of in conflict with yourself here. There's a little bit of conflict with the ex, but it's mostly you. The Three of Wands is, what do I do next? How do I get more money? How do I get more successful? You're trying to come up with ideas. And what is the Knight of Cups? Collective, you really need to be able okay, so I think you're trying, but you're trying to walk away from your old self. You love him, her, and you're trying to let your old way die, which is the Eight of Cups, right? This is you. And I don't know if you're trying to walk away from him because you're too much for him at this moment, or maybe every time he sees you, he gets in a bad mood because he still loves you, but he doesn't know what to do with you, and so it's making the situation worse. But ultimately, you're going to find balance again. I'll do one more for you. Yeah. Listen, I can't tell if you're going to get back with this person. I can see at the end you're making some really big changes. I just don't know if it's if it's just too late. I cannot tell. Because you're kind of preparing that he or she may not come back to you. You're accepting the karma that comes with this. And here's the Six of Swords. This is you going towards getting out of this torment, right? This is where you're in, where you want to stay, but you realize you need to go. What's at the bottom of this deck? Yeah. It's like, if he doesn't come back, where do I go from here? I'll be honest, it's kind of a sad story. I know this isn't what you want, but like, I think this is really important to see what happened. I'm sorry that this was your situation. I don't think you'll always be in this energy of kind of spending. I think, I don't know, given some time, maybe this person will come back. Let me do a little more cards over here. Let me just see more about this King of Pentacles. Okay. If it's any consolation to you, this person is very still sexually attracted to you. Okay? They still have a lot of passion for you. This person this person has the ability to make a new beginning with you. And I think that they would like to. Okay, they would like to start a new beginning with you. But, what's the but? What's the but here? What's this but that I'm getting? What is this but? Okay, one more. Okay. A little bit of repeating. This person still finds you very sexually attractive. They're very passionate about you. They realize that they could start over with you, right? And they'd be willing to do it. But, here's the but. They're trying to grow their money again. They're trying to get financially secure and all those things. They're going to make a big decision. And whatever this decision is, it's going to make them happy. What's the decision? What is this decision? Let's see if I can figure this out for you. So yes, the decision is whether or not to go back to you, but this is how they're doing it. Do I want to be balanced, or do I want to go back to love? Because when this person's with you, they're out of balance. And you need to understand something. That being with someone, yes, it's great to bring out this childlike energy and this passion and stuff. But you should also bring out the best in them. And part of that is maturing and growing up. This person thrives on stability and structure. That's why they came out as the Emperor. Okay? And they need you to be a pillar, a rock, this strong foundation. And if you can't do that for them, then you're not good for them. I hate to say that, but that's the truth. Okay? This person really craves balance. They thrive in balance. And if you can't be someone to help them balance, then you're doing a disservice to someone that you truly love. So I think this is where you have to understand, do you walk away from this person? Or can you really change? You're showing change, but can you really maintain that? What do I have left for you, collective, on this Knight of Cups? Knight of Cups again. Nine of Coins. Three of Swords. Well, and here's your hope for you, right? They're passionate about you. You really can do this if you want. Because you're the Empress. If you really want to change your life and become the person he or she needs you to be, you can do it. You're the Nine of Coins. You've lived this life. You've lived in abundance. And you can get there again. Like, this is the energy that you carry. This Three of Swords is about your heart broken. Yes, we're not talking. I don't think it's just third party. I just think that people got involved. They're probably like, you need to, like, after you financially put this person on, put financial strain on this person, he seeked advice, and this people got, like, gave them advice, and he left. You probably still mad at those people, but in the end, you don't really care. I'm not really getting a lot of that energy. If you really want to help this person, you gotta be financially stable. I'm not talking about job. Like, you gotta really watch your spending. Watch your choices. Not all of them are good choices. All right, collective. I hope you like this. It's not the most. It's just not like the most exciting read, but I guess I could do a love read at some point. But these are real issues. These are what people deal with in relationships. They're real issues. So please like, subscribe, share, and comment what resonated. And I'll catch you next time.